guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video and another video on the BMW today. So you're probably wondering, like, why are you sitting in the passenger seat? That's actually because I'm joined with someone else in the driver's seat, that being BMW Dr. Dean. Hello.
Hello guys, so how's it going? So today obviously George is going to speak to you about what we're going to be doing on his car. Obviously, as you guys are probably aware, George needs a lot of stuff coded. He only just got his E60. He does have the LCI version, so he has the CIC unit, which a lot can be coded. We're going to be coding in the digital speedo for one. We're also going to be coding in the DVD in motion, because obviously it's something that's locked by manufacturer to stop you, where you can only play it when you got the handbrake up on the car. But we're going to activate that so that way you can watch DVD always on the go. We're also going to be updating the maps in another video as well, which it takes a long time. Obviously the car has to be powered to a voltage stabilizer during that time, because the car's CIC is always on, and it can take a long time to download the maps from the USB stick.
Yeah, it takes about an hour, is it?
Yeah, it's an hour.
The map. And then we're going to be doing the CD changer.
The CD changer, we're going to be coding that out. If you want that code out or you want it coded in, I need to check what's going on with it at first. Yeah. But if you want it to stay in, we can leave it to stay in. It's all up to you what you want to do. It might just be that it needs to be synced and recoded back into the mask system itself to make it respond on the network. Right, that's all it does.
So basically, in essence then, in this video, we're going to be unlocking the hidden features on the CIC iDrive.
So as you'll see here, guys, and if any of you are from my channel, I don't know if you're subscribed to George already, you'll know my laptop looks all over the place because of all the different applications I use, running different software, doing different things. So what we're going to go ahead and do, and I just want to advise you guys, well, I am using the cable. I'm not using the ICOM, as many of you always ask me, oh, I need to get an ICOM. You don't. You can clearly see here I'm using a cable. I always tell you guys, ICOM is only for really programming, especially these units on ISTP, and only if when you're going into franchise or having to do it professionally, people don't want to see you with this. You know, a cloned cable, which shouldn't even be in your laptop. So ICOM looks more professional, but I am going to be using the cable today because I want to show you guys these things can be coded with a cable. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I've used Easy Connect to lock my DCAN cable, and that's purely because you don't have to do this. I did this purely based on the fact that I've got it set for an ICOM all the time, so I have to lock my OBD port because that's not how my settings are set up for a cable. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into NCS Expert. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out George's car's file for his car. So we're going to go into the FA, and many of you guys already know how to do this. So you just want to cancel, then it's going to bring up the CAS. So we're going to read all the information from the CAS. There's no point reading it from the light module because it follows on from the CAS anyway. That's the same for E90. If you do this on an E90, it will be NRFM, and you have the CAS, and you also have the LMA as well, which you will have 3 different modules, but you don't need to use them all. So what we're going to do is click CAS, and obviously it's showing VIN 40, which when it shows VIN 40, usually it's to do with the cable itself. It means it's not picking up the signal. So now we've got the light on the cable, which is what I was waiting for. Let's just unlock the cable. As you can see, we're going to go here, and it might work even without locking it. So go here, go here. Right, now this is the problem, guys. So I just want to show you, I've just remembered myself. I've got the switch to the right. As you guys will see, this is a switch. This switch to the right is for Mini and E46 and E39. I've got it set, you need to have it onto the left for anything to do with E60, E90. Now I've only just realised what the problem was, because obviously I've been using it on my Mini. As you guys see, otherwise I wouldn't have to switch to the left, it would be on to the left, it was 360, but it's to the right, because this is what I use for my Mini. So now I'm going to flick it back to the left, which is now onto the left. So now we're going to plug it back up to the car, and now we'll get communication from the car, which it wasn't before. So, whenever I can get this in, which we do now. So now, what I'm going to go back and do is I'm going to load up NCS Expert, because this was the problem. It was that the switch was to the right, and obviously it don't get communication for an E60 to the right. So now if I do rescan, now it will bring up the VIN of his car, as you see right there. Now I've got all the modules online. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and, you know, just show you. So we've got the CIC there, but George wants the digital speedo. So to do the digital speedo, you're going to want to go to Combi, which is the hidden feature inside the combi, and there's many other hidden features that George will probably want when he sees them. So we're going to go into the combi. Now I'm just going to select that. Now I'm going to change the job to code your date and lesson, which means read the files and the coding in the module. So we're going to do that, and now I'm going to execute the job. So now you'll see coding active. So it's reading the combi. Now if lights do pop up, especially when you code back, it will pop up on your combi. You'll see all your lights flicker, it will reset itself normal. Now you see it's read it said coding ended. So now what I've got there is combi E60C07. So now what I'm going to load at NCS dummy, because we're not German, we will never understand German. So we're going to go into here, and then we're just going to go into combi, which when it loads up, now as you see I've got this set 360 already because this is the most common car I use. George has the last combi system, which is the last one for 07, which is the same as any of you guys know from Nathan. Nathan's got the same. Now we'll load up his trace file. As you'll see, this is the trace that it pulls from the system itself, from the actual module, from the chip inside. So now when we click open, we'll see everything that's been coded on his car. So as you can see here, we've got a list of things. So onboard digital speed display. Now that's the one George wants. So we're going to put that as active. Now we're going to go down here. Now George has got many of them active. Pre-checks cancelled when starting engine. I don't think anybody wants that binging off all constantly. So I'll leave that off. Tyre pressure control. George doesn't have tyre pressure control. George has TPMS. Passenger seatbelt warning. Someone's already coded them all out, as you can see there. This car's already been coded out once before because all of that's off, which it wouldn't be off from manufacturer. Now the driving distance for seatbelt are still on, but you don't need to worry about that. Onboard computer, speed limit enabled, but you can turn that off if you don't want it on. That's just if you want to see the speed limit you're doing. There you got the hill descent control, the display. You got the check control notification. As again, it's off. Like I said, does your seatbelt gone?
I'm not sure, you know.
Okay, because what I see here a lot is on these cars specifically, you can get where the file is set as standard 360 to turn that off, because they know from factory that is the most hated thing they ever put on the E60. On the E90s there was a seatbelt chime. I have not met one person that tells me they like that sound. And I still won't to this day. So as you'll see here, guys, you've got the M Sport. Now, all this is because George is an M Sport as well, so it goes in sync with mine. Mine has the same thing, gear shift indicator on board, which is just normal. It's what you see on your combi. Your gear you're in, show oil level, coolant level, lane departure, which George don't have, so we can't activate that. It will end up with a load of errors. Display sidebars when activated cruise control. So he's got that because he's got active cruise control. You've got the active cruise control collision course warning gong, which you don't need to really put on unless you really want that banging off 24/7, which I don't think anybody does. The less of the sound you can possibly get for this car, the better. But as you see here, this is all identification modules, live counters and things like that. So if you ever wanted to code in or do retrofits, you've got everything here to be able to enable it. In case you wanted to go and put another module in and do it. So as you see, we've got all these here, which ain't really relevant for anybody. They're just to code out certain features, certain things, if need be. But realistically, you're hardly ever going to touch the fuel tank. So that's ridiculous anyway, to even have that there. But this is what they have from manufacturer. The active cruise control you might play about with. The outside temperature you might play about with. It all depends. Condition-based servicing. Now, them you don't want to be playing about with, because once they go here haywire, that's your whole thing messed up. And then you're going to be coming with a load of triangles. So it's best to avoid that. So what you see here is all the condition-based servicing, which is just relevant. And then it comes to an end because the combi doesn't hold much. So what we're going to do now is we're going to export this out to an FSPW PSW man file. And then we're just going to change the job to SG code them, and then we're just gonna execute the job. Now you're gonna see the combi bing up as I code it. The combi's gonna reset. Should reset any time now as I'm writing to it. There you go, as I told you. Now what you will see here is when we go through the BC, the digital speedo, which is now on the combi. You can see the 0 miles per hour, the V. That's the digital speedo in the combi activated. Now it's not hard to do, you just saw, I just put on one thing and that's the digital speedo, done. So now, as you see there, that's just one thing. Now George wants video emotion and everything else. So what we would go to there is we'd go to CIC. Never touch the SID. The SID is your central information display, which is the screen. That's only if you have a small screen and you want to change to a bigger screen, do you touch that to code that in. You will never have to touch that. There is nothing you code in there is going to change anything. The main thing you want to change is the CIC, which is this control unit down here. This controls everything. Anything you want to unlock, anything you want to be able to do is all in this system here. So that's what you need to be coding. So now we're going to just do execute job. We're going to read it. So we're going to read the module. So C09. So now what we'll go to is NCS dummy again. And then we're going to go to CIC C09. Which is, we got CIC Z09, which is right there, but it decided to jump off me. We need to get it up here, so we'll go here. Now what we'll do is read the FSW, PSW trace file. Don't read the man is what you write back to the module. And now we're gonna see all George's options that's been unlocked. And this is gonna have quite a lot. So we got high beam assist. That's not enabled, and it's not enabled for a reason because George probably doesn't have it. Turn on GPS receiver, developer menu, the CDM TV following, TV preset list, because George has got TV in here with his combox. So obviously this is a lot of different things, but you don't want to play about with that. No, George, I highly doubt he's going to want teletext. You know, so there's a lot. You got the engine oil level menu, the M key settings, a lot menu for television while driving. So you need to just click active, which you see right there. So as you see there, while driving, link to video. So there's your answer right there. So see, as you see here, you've got the CIC M drive. You can have that, but again, it's not going to give you no gains. Night vision, nobody has that. And George does have voice recognition. I did ask George and he knows this. If he had it, and he does have it, as I thought he did. He had to have it because there's no way he couldn't have it. So now you don't have no rear entertainment, which usually rear entertainment meaning screens in the back like this. That comes with the 7 series.
Yeah.
Logic 7 symbol, which you don't have either. So as you see here, we've got a lot you can code in. Navi traffic info, you can turn off. If certain things are bugging you, you can turn it on, turn it off. Now you don't want to put the 2D maps on. As you see, he's got 3D mapping. You don't want to put 2D maps on when you know you're going to be going older than you need to be. As you see, the aux, which is right there, is not enabled. There's certain things here that are not enabled from factory because a lot of the time is the dealer wants you to go back to pay for it. So as you see here, we've got CD changer and it's audio CDC instead of being MP3, because some of them you can buy CD changer with MP3. Now George ain't got it for where it beeps when it locks and unlocks. I don't know if you want that on, George.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Okay, so we can put a acoustic lock-in when unlocking with remote. Now as you see here, video television only with parking brake engaged. Now we're going to turn that off because that's not what we want. We want it constant. So we turn that off. And now, like as you see, we're just going to go through and turn off any other little ones we think we don't want on. So the CIC holds a lot, but really you don't want to be changing the languages unless you don't speak English. This is all for the maps. This is all for points of interest. Import, export, you know, this is all certain things. Bluetooth pairing, which I don't know if George's Bluetooth, I think his Bluetooth is working in this car. So we don't want to be touching with that because obviously it can mess a lot of things up on the Bluetooth connection. Dynamic stability control. DSC off the CIC, that's the dynamic stability control again. This is all the Navi imports, which you can't put on because obviously George doesn't have all that. Lower speed limit to enable video television while driving. No, you don't want that. And you don't want that upper speed limit to disable. You don't want any of that enabled. So it's all off so you can use it now. So as you can see here, you've got the combi heads up display, which George don't have. And as you see, there's a lot of other things in the CIC, like I said. I'm just trying to show you a lot because we're not even near the end yet on this thing. This thing's a massive drive.
Jesus.
And as you see here, there's a lot of languages. You have to go through a lot of different languages before you get to anything. That's just the line itself. Now as you see, you've got the DVD regions here as well. which the DVD regions are for, depending on what region you're in, you've got to change all that over. Multi-channel, MMC, DVD, DVD audio. But if it's not enabled, it's for a reason. This all mixes with the Logic 7. You got all this, and this is all for the, you know, the HVAC panel now, the independent heating, which is what I've got in my car, which controls the climate control if you don't want to touch the control panels itself. There we go. As I said, the code is ending. Now the iDrive will reboot. Oh. So as you see there, now George should be able to play TV or whatever he wants while driving with the handbrake down. Now the way to test that is, George, enable the TV.
So, CD multimedia, just go across.
Yep, go across it, and then we're gonna let the handbrake down. And yes, guys, you'll probably see I've set George's speed limit to 255 kilometers an hour, which is about 155 miles per hour. He's never ever gonna do that speed unless he's crazy enough to do that. But if he does, his telly, he'll have no TV, and we probably won't need the TV anyway, because he won't be alive to see it. Now, let's go to the TV.
But that's, we're not gonna have signal now.
Oh, we should have. Oh, motherfucker. The speedo's working. There you go. Oh, it is on. Oh my good God. You got seatbelt fastener. You should have told me I would have done that. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Signal isn't great, but obviously that's not anything to do with the video in motion. But yeah, we're going like 25 mile an hour and we still have TV.
Well, we did. We don't now. But as they say, the fact of the matter is, George, let's turn like I say, the fact of the matter is they can see DVD emotions working, TV emotions working, digital speedo is working as well if they want to see the speed that I'm doing, and I'll press down so they can see it go up. They don't think it's upset. You see, as they see it goes up, so that's all working as well. So the two things we wanted coded have been coded. Now a lot of people will say to me, oh, can this be done on iDrive? Simply not. It cannot be done on the CCC, and definitely not if you've got a small iDrive screen. You can only do this on widescreen. Unlock the DVD emotion, and you have to have the DVD version. It must say DVD down the bottom here. If it doesn't say DVD, it will not play DVD. So don't think when you come to me saying to me, oh, can you unlock mine?
And the mask and mask 2.
Yeah, because you can't have that on mask 1. You have, it has to be DVD down here for CCC or CIC like this.
Yeah. And
it will play DVDs. This one will play DVDs, no problem. But like I say, the majority of the time, it works 100%. George knows now it's working. Look, we still ain't telling us we've got to switch off the TV. It's still working and we're driving perfectly fine. And that's the same for the DVD. It'll work as well. We've got to code George's seatbelt buzzer out. That is a must because that is very annoying for anybody. So we're going to be coding out George's CD changer because he doesn't want the CD changer anymore in the car. But he has to know he needs a most fiber blank, otherwise it will trigger lights as well. He needs to get the blank after. So what we're going to go to is, it should be 672, which it is. And then what I'm going to click is, if I can bloody see it, is delete. So I'm going to delete it from the FA because he doesn't want it anymore. So we'll delete it from the coding. Then we're going to click OK. Then we're going to just click back. Then we're going to do process ECU. So what we're going to do is we need to click the CAS because that's where we deleted it from. And we click here, here, change job, FA right, execute job. Now that's done. Now what we're going to do is go back to main, VIN, enter FA, E60, here, calculate checksum. So as you'll see right here, it should be deleted, which it is. So it's gone, 672 is gone. So now what we're going to go with is click back, VIN, click here, go to the LMA, right there, let it read it, click back, FA, E60, calculate checksum, and then we're going to go here. Then what you'll get here is the same one right there, 672. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click delete again. okay, back, process ECU, LMA, okay, change job, FA right, okay, and done. And then that's the job ending. Now that is a CD change deleted from the car. So now he can pull it out and have no worries. It won't be responding on the network now because the coding's gone. So it's been deleted from the FA. So now what will happen is it won't even be recognised. So that's the FA now completely gone out of the car. So if George wanted to, he can even have a look himself in the glove box. I don't know if it can show, but it shouldn't be active now. It will let him jack discs, but even if he pulled it out, it wouldn't give him an error code because it's not even known in the car.
Yeah. I can still eject it, yeah.
Yeah, it's always on power, but the only thing it won't do is if you disconnect it, it won't make it any kind of, it won't matter. Because it's been coded out the system, so no matter what, it's not even recognised on the system anymore.
Alright then guys, so I know this video is... And there goes the TV. Alright then guys, so I know this video has kind of been a bit back and forth. You know, we've had a few issues trying to get the TV in motion to work, and you know, we've done well to even get signal because we are in like the middle of nowhere. But yeah, as we can see, the TV, the DVD in motion is working, the digital speedo is working, and we'll probably get on to enabling a few other features as well. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a like if you have enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. I'll actually leave Dean's YouTube channel in the description as well. It'll be the first link in the description, so go check that out. This guy really knows his coding when it comes to BMWs, so he'll have plenty of videos that you'll be interested in watching. Also subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in that next video.